Hi, I'm Rob Huggins, Senior Superintendent for Flintco. Today we're going to be taking a look at the concessions and exterior of the building.
Yeah, we're going to walk through the plans for the concessions first. Concessions are a great thing to look at right now because we can look at all different levels of finishes out in the field. We've got 7 different concession stands and various levels of completion. So let's start off with the plans here. Rob, you want to talk about the architectural plan a little bit?
Okay. Each concession is a restroom also. We've got 12 of them. We're 6 on the plaza level, 6 on the mezzanine level. Exterior walls go 2 stories. They go through the plaza mezzanine, and the slab in between actually pours to the block walls at that point. So in other words, each building is a 2-story building. You got the chase walls where all the plumbing, electrical comes up through from the basement level. There and here, and then of course we got the concession prep and the concession.
Right here you got your stainless steel countertops out in front with the roll-up doors on them.
Overhead doors are shown there. Then we got column wraps also. A real nice architectural feature.
And this is the main concourse area in front of the stadium. This is where you actually enter the stadium through the gates here. To come in, you'll see the concessions. Then the stadium is actually over here, the stadium itself.
Yeah, this is the entry area here, the vomitory, that gets you out to the bowl area or the seating area.
And there's a lot of stuff that goes in the concessions. The concrete slab, before we pour the concrete slab, we put a lot of plumbing and drain piping in the floor. A lot of conduit goes in the floor. This next drawing over here shows the plumbing drawings. And this talks about how you plumb each of the bathrooms and each of the sinks and a lot of the concession equipment. There's a lot of equipment that goes in these, and we'll see the kitchen drawing in a little bit. This is the
mechanical overhead.
Mechanical drawings, Rob?
Yeah, mechanical drawings. This particular one right here is the overhead at the plaza level. It's a makeup air unit. It heats and exhausts only, no air conditioning.
Okay, the next drawing over here is an electrical drawing.
Electrical drawing. On this particular sheet right here, it's showing the home runs and how the lighting all comes together, the electrical, how it comes together, and then back to the panel.
There's deceptively a little amount of information on these drawings right here. Here's a lighting plan that actually shows how the lights daisy chain together. But a lot of the electrical work's not shown on here because it's showing the kitchen drawings.
That's correct.
So if you look at the next drawing, you'll see the kitchen equipment drawings. And the kitchen equipment drawings, every one of these numbered items is a piece of kitchen equipment. Some of them might be countertops, some of them might be bun warmers or hot dogs or cash registers or whatever, but they all have some kind of electrical or water hookup to them that's not shown in those other drawings. So all that material has to be run in the walls to feed those items, and all that work has to be known and installed when we put the slab in the ground, really.
That's right. And too, you know, as you can see, all these drawings right here have to be coordinated to make this concession operate. There's quite a bit of equipment.
I think now we can take a walk out in the field, and we'll take a look at the exterior of the building first and kind of catch up on where we're at with the exterior of the building, and then we'll look at concession number 7, which is one of our least far along concessions, if that's a good word. Anyway, and then we'll go down to concession number 1, which is probably the farthest along, the most complete. And we'll just kind of see the progression of a concession stand.
Overhead, you can see our mechanical, electrical, roughed and plumbing roughed in overhead, along with fire sprinkler. Our drywall has been tape bed, sanded and skimmed. It's ready for paint. You can see all our outlets are in place and trimmed out. We're in the stage now of getting the floor down. We have a traffic topping that goes in, which actually serves 2 purposes. One, it serves as a roof for the field level. Anyway, that'll be going in. Then the equipment will be set. You can see none of the equipment has been set. We're roughed into the plumbing. It'll be set in place. It'll be hooked up. We've got countertops to go in, and we've got overhead doors to go in, and then trim out of electrical and fire sprinkler.
The field level I was referring to is actually the basement of the stadium, so That's a very important waterproof coating on this floor to protect the high-end finishes in the basement and the football operations area down below us. You see we put all the block walls up. We painted the block walls before we start any other work in here. The sequence is kind of the block walls, the column wraps, and then we're going to put the countertops in. We'll see that work going in down in some other concessions down the road. This is the least finished concession.
Here's this traffic topping floor. It's this is what's going to be going on in the concession area that hasn't started yet. We got light fixtures still to hang in here. We got 3 compartment sinks to hang, and we got partitions to put in. This is a women's restroom here, and this is one of the larger concessions that we have.
The same traffic coating floor goes in the whole plaza level. So all the floors that the fans will walk on when they walk in the stadium. We'll have the seven layer, 7-coat traffic coating system just like this. You notice the embeds in the floor over here? We're able to figure out a way to put these brass embeds in the floor and run some traffic coating clear coat over the top and seal them in. So we have those carried over from phase 1 to phase 2. You notice the ceiling, there's no ceiling that goes in here. The ceiling is just painted black, just blacked out. So we're in the process of getting ready to start putting toilet partitions in here, mounting sinks and toilet partitions. We'll go look at some other bathrooms that are a little bit farther along. This is the bathroom behind concession number 6, obviously the men's room. We haven't got the toilet partition started in here yet, but we have all the fixtures set. You look around, you also see a different sink set. The men's room is a little bit different than the sinks that are going in the women's restroom. That's all the way always seen the wall on the far end is actually an access wall to get back in that chase that Rob was talking about in the lines. It's actually that plumbing chase wall, the plumbing comes in for all these back close to those rooms. Let's go take a look at another concession.
This is a novelty stand. What we're looking at right here is the steel tubing that we see is there to support the overhead doors. The overhead doors will come all the way to the slab here down below, where you see these form boards set. That's going to be a curve that's going to the countertop will be sitting on. Actually, it'll be the casing work for display. Once the concrete's poured, we've got the column racks over here. Column ramps to go on, casing will be set, overhead doors to be put in at that time, and you can see that we do have drywall overhead still to put in, along with light fixtures and some heat panels.
If you look behind you over here, you can see we're starting to put the curtain wall in for the machine area. The machine area is going to sell it for this year. We'll finish it out for the '09 football season. Right now, we have black off.
This is concession number 2. As you can see, we've got the countertops in. We've got the overhead doors in place. We're trimming out now the ceilings, fire sprinkler, lights, as well as heat panels. And we're trimming out the openings with stainless steel. You can see we've got the big countertop in the back in place, plumbed in. We're plumbing in our ice makers now at this time, and we've got one stainless steel countertop continuous here in the front on the back side of the wall, which is here and ready to install at this time.
Okay, one more concession that's a little bit more distant. We're going to take a look at that last concession number 1 right now. It's got some countertops in the front. And we'll head down the basement and take a look at what's going on in the basement. This is concession number 1, and we've got some stainless steel countertops in the front up here. There's actually a lot of kitchen equipment going here. You see all those outlets in the back and all the water connections in the back. You can see we've got cases and cases of equipment stacked up outside. You can go right a little bit. You can tell Allison equipment. Just waiting to go in. Why don't we head down to the basement and take a look at the double curtain.
we're standing in the hospitality room right now. As you can see, we've got most of our storefront in. We've got some men in the back there that are installing the cement board that we're going to apply our tile to. Back in this area over here, we started our drywall. We got our drywall going in place. And as you can see back here, the office areas on the opposite side. We've got storefront in, drywall is started, and we're continuing on.
We're doing a lot of inspections in walls right now, and ceiling spaces, making sure all the mechanical, electrical equipment's in place and proper, hung, good hangers, everything's perfect before we get the sheetrock on. So a lot of inspections going on right now, and a lot more drywall to come shortly. That's about it. If you want to walk outside and take a look from the field level, we can take a look at the east side of the stadium from the field level, and then wrap it up here. Then Wilkes Masonry is finishing up the last of the brickwork on the outside face of the building. This is what you see right here. These columns in the center of the building are the last of the brickwork on the outside. So we're just about done. They got a little bit of site work to do, some benches and things like that, some retaining walls, but they're getting pretty close.
Yes, we're getting ready to set up a crane right here, and we're going to be setting some beams to support masonry. We've got the roof to finish up. Through here you can see part of the structural steel up there. It will actually connect from tower to tower. That does get a complete roof system. Once that is in place, that'll allow us to go ahead and complete the framing between floors, and then of course at the very top, that's where Boone Pickens sign will be lit up. As you can see, we got the traffic coating down in the bowl area, as well as we got 90% of the seating in place. We're waiting on finishing up 3 different areas of EFIS before we can finish our seating in the bowl area, as well as the traffic coating just in those areas. The EFIS system should be finishing up this week, where we can accomplish completing the rest of the bowl area seating. We're now core drilling holes and putting all our railing in on the acceleration steps that people will be utilizing in order to get to their seats, and that'll be ongoing for the next month.
There's other smaller projects going on right now too. We're doing the 88 platforms up here in the existing stadium on the north and south side. You can see the gray box up there. It's additional handicap seating in the stadium we're putting in. It's going on the north and the south side. And then if you look up on top of Gallagher-Iba, another project we have going on is the speaker array project. The sound system in the stadium has been criticized a little bit. We think we can make it a little better with this system up here. This is an array system that actually booms sound from on top of Gallagher-Iba to every seat in the stadium. So that platform up there and that overhead structure up on top of Gallagher will be covered up with a tan scrim or like a speaker cover. So it'll cover all that up. But behind that speaker cover, when you come to the first game in September of '08 here, there'll be a lot of speakers up there that'll be booming sound on every seat in the stadium.
Well, thanks for coming.
That's it for our video for today, and we got to get back to work. But we'll look forward to seeing y'all in September. If not, we'll do another video shoot before then.